Hi guys. Okay, so today I'm going to see little Nova again, like have a poo. So this is the second session. They're in Westbury, so not too far away. And you probably don't remember, but Nova was having a fair few problems. So first thing we needed to deal with was barking a lot at visitors. And even once they were in, getting up and moving around, still barking, very nervous. Just lots of fear, aggression, really. Apparently she's normally a lot worse. I don't know if you remember, but when I went in for the session, she was nowhere near as bad, apparently, as she would normally be. So I didn't really get to see her at her worst because the owners were already shocked that she wasn't being as aggressive as she normally is. So anyway, yeah, hopefully she's even better now. I'm sure they'll have done a fair bit of work with that. I am expecting her to be on a lead when I arrive so that I can see that they have been practicing and controlling that. So fingers crossed she'll be a lot better when I arrive. We also had some barking and guarding in general, so just, you know, noises and people walking past the house. There was, you know, that's obviously linked in to the territorial issues, so we were dealing with that as well. And then we had some resource guarding with the other dog, which is an old lovely Yorkie. So that was fairly mild, but she had attacked the other dog a couple of times, not, you know, enough to draw blood or anything, but they'd had a few little fights. So I did talk them through how we need to prevent that and various things that we can do to stop that from happening. But obviously all of her issues are just tied into general insecurity, which happens when dogs get a little bit babied and overloved, really. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if they have been putting everything in place, she should be an awful lot better in the house. And then on the walks, as you can imagine, we had dog reactivity as well. Barking at other dogs, not good at all with dogs coming up close to her. And although her recall was good with no distractions, the owners were too nervous to let her off the lead around other dogs, which is fine, that's very responsible. But we want to get her to the point where they are happy and confident to let her off lead around other dogs. So we did start some work with a training line last time with Logan as a distraction, and actually she was brilliant. So again, I'm hoping they've made some good progress on that as well. So yeah, we had a really great session last time, and I'm going back for their first follow-up session, which is both in the house and walking, and I'm just going to see how everything's going, basically, see if we need to change anything, tweak anything, and generally just do some more practice. So looking forward to it. She's a very, very sweet little dog, and it's a beautiful day, so yay for once. Let's hope it just stays like this now and we can get rid of all that rain. You might be watching this in a year and you're like, it's not been raining, what's she talking about? I do tend to talk in the moment, and I forget that people could be watching this any old time. Anyway, it's 2026 and we had a terrible winter, just all rain. So yeah, it's really nice to have a beautiful day to go for a walk in. I've got Logan as well so that we can have him as a distraction again, and we'll just see how it all goes, and hopefully I will take some nice videos. Right, just coming up to the door, so we'll ring the bell and we'll see what happens. Didn't hear the bell, so I did a knock. Gosh, I can't even hear her barking. Is she barking? So I know they're here, but I think they're sorting the dog out. Hello! Oh my goodness! I didn't even hear her bark.
No, she didn't that time.
She's fantastic. What a difference. This is amazing, isn't it? Wow. Happy tail, sniffing, not worried about me at all.
It's with her, I've learned
So chill.
that just because you do it in one room, it doesn't mean it.
Absolutely.
And you literally got to do it in every room. Oh, and then the garden.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
Yep, dogs. If she does try and cross in front, say leave. Wow. I mean, I don't think you would have done that yesterday, would you? Bring her back. This is awesome. Would you have been able to do that yesterday without her?
No.
Life to not be able to look at a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, to always have to be looking at you. Oh, there's a dog, I need to look at mum.
Yeah.
No, because that means she's not actually changing.
No.
She's just avoiding.
Yeah.
We want her to be able to look at a dog and go, meh, it's a dog, whatever. And again, she's just done this on purpose. She's gone behind you. She's chosen to avoid the temptation, avoid the distraction. This is just beautiful. You're being so good, Lola. Yes, you are, you know. Right, we are walking really nicely. What I want to do now is if you turn around and come past me so that she's got to walk past Logan. Wow. That's brilliant. I mean, she wants to take that off. But other than that, she's doing really, oh, love her. She's like, I want to take this off a minute. Right, just stop. Good boy. Good man. Good girl. This is lovely from both of you. And you can't have a whole one.
Good girl.
Good boy. No, it's here. Good boy, well done. This is beautiful. She just sat calmly. You're sniffing around. Oh, you leave the floor.
Never.
Good boy.
Yes.
You get a tiny bit closer.
Good girl.
Good girl. Well done. Good girl. What I would be doing now, though, is standing in between them like I'm doing.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, just so, you know, even if you've got to switch sides with the heel, just so that if one of them does, because don't forget, they're not all going to be like Logan.
No.
You're going to have some people's dogs that will just try and cross and sniff her.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready, you know.
I need to be ready to stop it.
Right, let's get you back up here. Can't walk that fast. Right next to each other. Wow.
Nope.
Good. Nice correction. Excellent. But I mean, if this is something you haven't previously done,
No, it's not.
this is awesome. Me, because she's quite intent on a sniff.
Come.
Right, now you want to say leave?
Leave.
Yes, good girl. And again, get that yes in.
Good
As
girl.
soon as she listens to that leave word,
Yes.
straight away, yes. So she
Tell the dogs
cool.
to leave.
That's brilliant.
And they do.
Just call her a minute. Yes. Perfect. So even when she's really intently sniffing, she has got that recall down, which is amazing.
Leave.
Let her have a sniff a minute. I'm here. Yeah, did you see that? This is what I mean about being ready to advocate for your dog. So because I did that, he didn't snap and she knew to back off.
Yeah.
So use the line. I mean, that dog, she did want to run to it, definitely. But she actually, and look at that, she's looking now, and she chose for herself then. Did you see that?
Yeah.
She made her own decision without
focus
us
on
even
me.
saying anything to not go to it. Right, let's see if I can get you running again, because that does set her off. Okay, come here. Come play. Leave. Yes, good girl. And again, you didn't use the line then. Leave. Yes. Yeah. Didn't. So this is just her. She's not barking in terms of any sort of aggression. She's just going, come on, play with me, which is actually quite nice. She wants to chase. Because look, when she gets there, she's not going in and having a pop at her. She's just being nice and sniffing. Good girl. Come. Yes, well done. Well, that was amazing. I cannot get over how much that dog has changed. She didn't even bark when I knocked on the door and didn't even come to the door. And Terry didn't even need to hold her lead or anything. She just stayed in a state away from the door. And Terry made it look easy. So she's obviously been practicing that so much for it to be that conditioned, and for Terry to just be so confident about it, which was amazing, because that was a big part of what we were trying to achieve last time, was getting Terry's confidence up about it all as well. So yeah, just phenomenal. And apparently she hardly barks in the house at all. I mean, before she was barking at every little noise, now pretty much nothing. She said there's been not a single incident between the two dogs since the last session, and also on her walks she's not barked at a single dog. So this is just, I'm like, my work here is done. Just incredible. I think I'm going this way, I have no idea actually. Yeah, just absolute phenomenal improvement in her. So what we wanted to do today was some more long line work for her recall and getting a really good distance leave, because we really do want to work towards getting her off the lead completely and having brilliant control with that, which, to be honest, today we kind of, we were kind of 80 to 90% achieving that. She was listening to the leave without needing us to use the line, and I saw a dog that was very clearly very, very gentle, and I thought, right, let's ask the owner, which I did first, obviously. Is your dog okay for us to do a bit of play and let Nova have a bit of a run around? She might run around and bark. Is that going to scare your dog? No, my dog's totally chilled. She's really soft, no problem with that at all. So we just let the lead go. And basically, I don't think that the running around and barking, well, I'm pretty sure actually, in fact I'm positive, it's not an aggressive thing. I think Terry had thought that was an aggressive thing. She just wants the other dog to play. She's getting a bit overexcited, which, yeah, we need to work on, but she just literally was going, come on, play with me, let's have a chase, let's have a run. And the other dog, bless her, had been trained to lie down with small dogs. So that was just adorable. So Nova's running around going, come on, play. And this beautiful retriever's going, no, you're little. I've got to lay down and make sure I don't accidentally hurt you. So it was just adorable scenario. But she did come back. She did leave her. She went in and had a lovely sniff. So like I say, again, no aggression. When she did run around and have a bit of a bark. When she realised the dog wasn't going to get up and play, she calmly, which was amazing, just went up and had a sniff. Not being reactive, not being fearful. Beautiful to see. Now, obviously, we need to work a lot on that, and not every dog is going to be as perfect as that retriever was. So we do need to make sure that Terry has got that complete control over which dog she's allowed to go to, which dog she absolutely isn't, and also at this point as well, if she is going to want to play, which is brilliant, and she's getting to the point of socialising instead of being scared, we've got to be able to call her back. When she is having a great time, we need to be able to go, right, enough now, come back. So we're going to work, Terry's going to work a lot with the long line dropped, picking it up if she feels concerned. If we think that dog doesn't look too friendly, I really don't want to risk it, we can pick the line up, we can stand on the end of it. But I've said, let's get that leave command really conditioned at a distance so that we can see if she is going to, which she was doing a lot. I would say 8 times out of 10 she was listening to the word before we needed the physical of the line. We've got to get that to 10 times out of 10 to 20 times out of 20 before we can unclip that line. So we're going to work on that. And then, because we had some time left, because she's been doing so well, we were then able to work with Lola, which initially Terry said, we don't need to bother with Lola, she's old, she's set in her ways, don't worry about it. But then I found out that Lola's actually probably worse in terms of her reactivity for other dogs. She got attacked, bless her, when she was younger, and obviously scared the life out of her, and ever since then very fear reactive with other dogs and never been off the lead, too scared to do that. And I was like, right, we've got time, let's get Lola out. And I think a lot of the time people do assume when they've got an older dog that there's just no point, that it's not fixable, they're too old, they've been doing it all their life. That's not the case. We actually proved that today. We got Lola out, we got her doing lovely heel work for the first time in her life, not pulling, which was fantastic in itself, but also did some work with Logan and got her walking past him, standing near him. Yeah, we had to use that leave command, we had to do some blocking, we had to do some correcting, but my God, what a difference. And we don't want to spend an hour doing that every day. It's a little and often thing, but the fact that we were able to get a dog whose owner thought there's no way we can change this, and within 10 minutes she's like a different dog. She actually didn't bark once. There was pulling and lunging, no barking, and stopped the pulling and lunging very, very quickly, and started happily taking her treats, trotting along to heel on a completely slack lead, looking up at it. I mean, it was brilliant. What a brilliant session, and what a beautiful day. And gosh, I do love my job. Isn't it marvellous?